Operation Riptide patches have been one of the best investments in all of Counter-Strike over the past year or so, and that's no secret. There are a ton of people who have seen these massive gains and a ton of people who've wanted to be a part of them, but with how fast and how crazy the price appreciation has been for Operation Riptide patches, it has been tough for people to find a time to buy. People generally don't really like buying at all-time highs or buying when things are going straight up, even though sometimes that can be the best time to buy. Obviously, if you've been sitting on the sidelines, you've missed out on huge gains, but there are plenty of people out there who like to buy after a dip or like to buy when prices seem down a little bit or things seem to be on sale, which is why right now might be the best possible time to buy Operation Riptide patches if you have been looking for an entry point. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. But of course, first, just wanted to plug my cash trading business. If you are looking to sell any of your CS2 items and turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, you should definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. I'm buying all different kinds of stuff. You can see here we have weapons, we have gloves, we have knives, we have agents, cases, stickers, capsules, whatever you guys are selling. I can probably buy it for the right price. And of course, by selling to me, you're helping support me, my channel, and my content, which I would appreciate a ton. With that being said, let's get right into today's video. So this is one of the tweets that I saw that inspired me. 666 CS. Apparently, he's a 666 float collector, which is pretty epic, obviously. He is saying that he doubled down. Let's see if it's a good decision for once. This is on July 9th, the day that I'm recording this video. And he shows here he has 4 new Abandoned Hope stickers. And this is something that I talked about in a recent video, that there are actually some patches that are down right now. And there's all kinds of stuff down right now in the markets. There is really a kind of, not a huge fire sale, but a decent sale going on over the summer for a ton of different reasons. The player count's down a little bit. It's summer. The Steam Summer sale's going on. We haven't really gotten any crazy new content. There's no major until the end of the year. We didn't get an operation. There's still like a cheating problem. There's a decent amount of issues in CS2 right now. And also summer is just generally a little bit slower. So it's not just patches that are down. It's everything that's down. But like I said, patches haven't been down in quite some time. You know, if you look at some of these graphs, this is the Bayonet Frog patch over the past year. Where's the downward periods? Where are those buying the dip opportunities? They're not really there. This Bayonet Frog has gone from $91 to $781 in the past year, pretty much going straight up, pretty much only having green days, which has really been crazy. With the mid, he did reply to this and say, I bought some more Abandoned Hopes and Death from Belows recently as well. Honestly, feel like the pullback after that huge spike was healthy because that kind of exponential increase in such a short period was never sustainable. Maybe that take will age horribly, but I like patches. I just regret buying something at an all-time high again. I feel like I'll never learn my lesson. But again, I actually think that is a very, very common misconception in all kinds of investing. Buying at all-time highs is not bad. Honestly, if you are in a market where things generally go up, like the history of CS2 items, like the history of crypto, like the history of the US stock market, you are almost always going to be buying at all-time highs because the markets are almost always going to be at all-time highs. And the best investment strategy, you know, like almost provedly by statistics, is just to buy whenever you have money, because for things that generally go up, the price today is on average going to be lower than the price tomorrow. So buying things at an all-time high is not bad. And if you bought CS items at an all-time high 10 years ago or 5 years ago or 3 years ago, you're up massively since then. If you bought crypto at an all-time high 5 years ago, you're up massively since then. If you bought US stocks at an all-time high 5 years ago, you're up massively since then. You shouldn't necessarily be afraid to buy at all-time highs, but I also understand why people want to buy dips. I get it. Here's another person who said they are, buying tons of Abandoned Hopes as well. So let's take a look at some of these things going on. Also, this was very, very big news. This also shows some of the potential and craziness of patches. Caleb CS, a huge patch and agent collector, says a few days ago, this Vipa Sista with 3 times Bayonet Frog sold on Skinport for $1,000. That's the most expensive agent sale known to date, which does show that not only are patches, they've been going pretty crazy. Patch prices have been appreciating insanely. People are also really valuing applied patches as well. People are also really loving them on agents. And also part of the bear case or the bull case for agents going forward in the future, or for patches going forward in the future, is all the agent customization options that are being leaked and teased right now by people, looking at the game files and stuff like that, and think that agent customization could be a big thing going forward in the future in CS2, and patches could be a big part of that. If you are able to do all kinds of new stuff with your agents, patches could be really, really cool. Like we got the new sticker patch at the beginning of 2024. If we get something like that equivalent to patches, patch prices could go even crazier than they are right now, especially for Operation Riptide patches, which are getting older, are already pretty low quantity and hard to find. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. He does say that the previous record was held for a 3 times Bayonet Frog Miami Daryl and a 3x Frog Jungle Rebel, with both fetched around $700 in May earlier this year. So there we go. And you can see here the 1 Bayonet Frog on buff is about $577 at this point in time, at least. So here is what has been happening in the market a little bit recently. Yes, Bayonet Frog over the past 6 months is still up huge, 200% in the past month. It's up 42%. This seems like the one patch that never really goes down. But if you do look, it is down from its all-time highs, going down from 975 to 781. So there has been a little bit of a pullback even on the Bayonet Frog. I think it's the creme de la creme. It's the absolute insane patch. I think, this is the one that everyone wants to collect, everyone wants to have. Yes, the prices are very expensive, but if you can get your hands on a Bayonet Frog, especially at a decent price, I don't think it'll be a bad hold, especially for the future. This is one that I would obviously keep an eye on, but it's not one that's on a super dip right now. It's not on as big of a dip. So if you're looking to buy the dip, it's probably not your number one choice, and it's just so expensive that so many people are going to be priced out of it right away. We do have the Dead Men patch, which does seem kind of like a happy medium to me. This one is down 11% in the past month, and you can see from its all-time highs, it is down significantly from 161 down to 120. It is in that medium range where it's still kind of expensive, but also still iconic and cool. Dead Men applied patches on agents do still have some nice overpay. People still do care about this, but it's not in those absolutely absurd price ranges that the Bayonet Frog, is. In the past year, this one is still done obviously insane. It's up 331%, and you do have a chance to get it on a little bit of a dip. Some of the other patches, the Abandoned Hope that those guys are talking about, down 23% in the past month. Again, last 6 months still down from the all-time highs, going from about $41 down to $27. So an interesting opportunity to buy the dip, but again, it's still up 100% in the past 6 months. The Death from Below patch we have here, another good one, $67. Its all-time high was around 41. Why did I say 67? $27. I was looking at 67%. $27 for this patch, down from the all-time highs of about 41. Could be an interesting one to look at and pick up. We have the Elder God patch, one of the more expensive ones, I do believe, $219, down 4% in the past 6 months. It is up 129%, down from all-time highs of 280. This is not necessarily one that I like that much. I don't think this patch looks that cool, and I think it's a little bit too expensive. Again, if I was going to spend a lot of money, I would want to go for the Bayonet Frog, and if I was going to look to spend less money, I would want to go for the Dead Men. Elder Frog being more expensive than Dead Men doesn't make a ton of sense to me. I think the Dead Men is much cooler and much more collectible than the Elder God. So this is actually one that I would probably stay away from. We have the Aquatic Offensive. I think this one's pretty cool. This one is actually up in the past month, up about 15%, but again, down from its all-time highs of 140. It's at 129 right now. This one hasn't dropped as much, but this is a very, very cool patch. This one is one that I would consider looking at. We have the Sunset Wave. I do think this one's pretty cool too. The artwork on it looks very, very beautiful. Up 13% in the past month, but this one is down from the all-time highs of 54. It's now 35, so that one is on a pretty considerable dip. The Mealtime patch, it's Mealtime. This one's pretty funny. A shark with guns. What's there not to love? This one's down pretty big, 34% in the past month. Its all-time high is around $37, and it's 24 right now. It has seen a nice little dip over the past month. We have the Cruising Ray patch. We're starting to get into the lower end of the Riptide patches, down 26% in the past month, and its all-time high is about $17. It's at about $10 right now. The nice thing about the Riptide patch collection is you do have those super high-end stuff like the Bayonet Frog, but then you also do have the lower-end stuff like the Cruising Ray, which you can get for below $10 per patch. So you have opportunities for everything. And even something like the Cruising Ray on the lower end is still up 436% in the past year. It's not like the cheaper stuff hasn't seen good gains. We have the Mad Sushi patch down 18% in the past month, all-time highs of about $14.80 down to about $7.65 right now. So you see another really, really cheap option for the Riptide. Anchors Away, this is down 3%, so pretty flat in the past month. All-time highs of about $12, $13. It's down to $7 right now. So this one, almost cut in half its price. Giant Squid, another lower-end one. This thing, $5.88 right now with an all-time high of about $9.67. And finally, the El Pirata, which is down 31% in the past month. All-time high of $10, $11, now $5.23. So some of these patches are down as much as 50 and 60% right now. Again, Operation Riptide has been insane over the past year, these patches. And there is hopes of things getting even better if we do have new agent customization. I know people have been waiting for a time to get in, even though these things have pretty much just been going straight up, but now could be the time to buy, to get your hands on some of these at a nice little dip, because the future could be bright for them. They could be about to rip again. Who knows? They could go lower, they could go higher, they could be insanely overpriced right now, they could be insanely overspeculated. That's totally possible, but they also could be massively underrated right now and ready to go on another crazy run. We'll have to see what happens, but yeah, if you're looking to buy the dip, now could be the time. Pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you the next one. Until then, peace.